Hey, what is going on, everybody? It is Nolan, or the Optimistic Gamer here, and welcome back to another build tutorial. Today we are creating a spheroid water tower, the one that you can see right behind me, a great addition to a city, small town, farm town, survival world, whatever you would like it to be added to. This is a fairly simple build. We're just going to take it layer by layer, so without further ado, let's get into the materials. Today, you will need stone, and let's get right into the build. Alright, so like I said, layer by layer. So start with a row of 5 stone, just like this, then do 2 diagonals in each direction, and then 5 more stone, 2 diagonals, 5 stone, 2 diagonals, and 5 stone. How did I mess this up? I'm already messing up. We're not even done with the first layer and I'm already off my game. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. Alright, ignore. Anyway, 5, 2 block diagonal, 5 just like this, and extend that up 2 layers tall. And then our next layer, we are going to go find the middle of those 5, go in 1 diagonal, and then this will be another row of 5. And then a single diagonal, another row of 5, single diagonal, another row of 5, single diagonal, and another row of 5, one more diagonal. This will also be 2 layers tall, just like this. So you can kind of see how we're doing it, layer by layer, just to make it very simple. The next one is just going to be 4 rows of 5, going diagonal from each other, and it's just kind of filling in the inside of the next, oh my goodness, the next row. I don't know why I'm struggling so much today. Alright, our next layer is going to be a row of 3. So it's going to look like this, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, I'm sorry. On top of the 5, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 on the middle of those 5, and then diagonal going in like that. There we go. And then our next layer will be a square. So on top of those diagonals, place 4 blocks, fill in on the sides, just like this. There we go. Literally every single row I'm placing extra blocks. Alright, and then we will go 3 on top of those, on top of that square that we just placed, leaving the corners off like this, so we should be having something that looks like this. Now go in diagonal one more time, fill all of this in. This is layer number 1. We want 29 layers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or taller, or shorter, depending on what you would like. But I'm going 29. Fill all of this in with stone. And we should be looking like this. So now we are going to place 4 stone on each of the corners up here. And then we are going to extend it out by 1 in the middle on all 4 sides. So we should have a shape that looks like this. And then we are going to do a 3. We have a row of 3 on top of each of those outer blocks in the middle, like this. And we are going to extend that up 1 more row, like so. And then we are going to go out diagonally and 1 on each side from the middle and place rows of 3, just like this. And then we are going to fill in between the diagonals with a single block of stone on each corner. So we should be looking about like that. This is where things start to get a little bit different. So we are still going to go out and 1 diagonal from each of the middles here, and this time these will be 5, so extend it by 2 on each side for a total of 5. Although this time, instead of just doing a single diagonal like this, you can see we have these gaps right here. We don't want those gaps, so we are going to fill those in with stone as well. So it should be looking like this from above. If you want to fill this in with water, go for it. Yeah, it's a water tower, so it should be filled with water. But if you're just building it for aesthetics, well, you don't have to. But I would definitely say probably fill it in as you go, but do it however you would like. Alright, for the next row, once again, go out and one diagonal from the middle on each side. And then same thing as before, rows of 5, so 2 on each side of those blocks that we just placed. And this time we are just going to have 2 diagonals going in between them like this, no blocks connecting them, just 2 exposed diagonals like that. And once more, you guessed it, we are going to extend our row of 5 out and up 1 diagonal, just like this. And this time, similar to that row a couple before, this one is going to have diagonals like this. So it's going to be those 3 diagonals that connect, except this time, in between the middle diagonal, we want to place blocks on either side of that. So depending on how you look at it, you kind of get this M shape if you're looking at it from the inside, or this W shape if you're looking at it from the outside. But to do that, it's again super simple. You just place the diagonal as you would, and just place the 5 blocks like that without wrecking any of those placeholders except for that first one. And it should just connect up like that, and we should have that shape going. Alright, once again, the row of 5 going up and diagonal from that previous row. We will do that on all 4 sides. And this one is going to be much simpler than the previous row. It's going to be 2, and then 1, and then 2 going in the opposite direction. So it's just covering up these blocks in between those diagonals from the previous row. And I will show you what this looks like from up above. Alright, it should be looking about like this, so we should be getting a nice little bowl here now. I know it doesn't look super rounded yet, but once we get that top put on, it will definitely take its shape. Alright, and this is our last row extending outwards. So one last time we are going to do the 5 diagonals. Well, it's not the last time extending outwards. We will do the 5 diagonals on all the sides, or the row of 5 on all the sides. And then we will place 2 like this, and 2 from that side. And this time, instead of having just 2 single diagonals like that, we will have that little L shape going. I'll show you that one more time. So it'll be 2, and then this L shape, and then 2 going in this direction. And 2, L shape, 2, and one last time, 2. I'll go from this side now, 2, and then in the middle here, just an L shape like that. Alright, the row that we just placed, that will be extended up for a total of 4, so we are going to put 3 more layers on top of that of the exact same shape on all of the sides. And there we go, we should be looking like that. Now we're going to work our way in. We only have 4 layers on top, so it shouldn't be too difficult. This one is going to be the same as the layer from below this, so it's going to be 5 going in diagonally this time on all the sides. And then when we get to the corner diagonals, it will again mirror this from below, so it'll be 2, 1, and then 2, and it will follow that all the way around. So we should be looking like this. And now we are going to go in once more with our 5s, just like this. And this one, it might seem complicated at first, this layer, but it's actually quite simple. So once we have our rows of 5s placed in, to do the diagonals, we are just going to kind of trace the exposed areas here. So what I mean by that is just take your stone, and from the inside here, place a stone, and then extend it 2, and then out this way by 1, and then back by 1, and then place 2 more like this. So all the corners on this layer will be connected. We're not placing blocks and then wrecking the placeholder block Every time we put that down, we are leaving it. So we shouldn't have any corners just touching like that. They should all be connected by a full block. And do this going all the way around. And it should look like that once we are finished. Alright, 2 more layers to go. For this one, obviously we're not going in by 5 now. We're going to do a row of 3 on all the sides, up and diagonal from those middles. And this one will be just like the layer before, but we're going to make this a little easier on ourselves. So go up by 1 block, pick a side, it doesn't matter which, and then extend those blocks until they are lined up in the very center, the center of those 3 and those, and then extend that out by 2 on each side, just like this, and then fill in all of those corners. So we should have a 5 by 5 square up here at the top, and then find the middle of all of those blocks, extend that out by 1 on each side, and then for the layer below it, we will just fill in stone to cover up all of the exposed gaps here, and then our water tower will be fully complete. And there we go, nothing to it. See, when we take it layer by layer, it really isn't that bad. Feel free to decorate this however you'd like. You can add some railing up here, some ladders on the side. You could put a fence around the bottom, whatever you would like to add some aesthetic details to this, and send them to me. I'd be curious to see what you come up with. But that is going to do it for this water tower tutorial. If you enjoyed it and you would like to see more tutorials like this in the future, definitely hit that thumbs up button. I do plan on doing a few more water towers in the future, just various designs, so definitely make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on so you don't miss out on any of those. If you have any video requests for tutorials or anything like that, you can leave those in the comments or via the link that just appeared in the top right corner. But other than that, that will do it for me. Comment, like, subscribe. Remember to stay optimistic, and I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Bye.